I'm back, and so is our guest who said he would be back. That's right, we're going to make some care packages today. If you'd like to make me a care package, you can actually just sign up for my Patreon. Get extended episodes, bonus content. My name is Ashley Clements.
Hi, I'm Craig Frank. I'm also interested in care packages. And this is the look back of Diaries.
Yay.
I'm back.
I will share a memory with you about this shoot day. And I say this with all the love that I have for you now. Do you remember how mad I was at you on this day that we shot these episodes?
Can I be honest with you and say to you that I never knew that you were ever mad at me? And maybe I did. I don't remember you ever being mad at me. But maybe you what?
Well, I mean,
What
I
did
wasn't
do?
like, so you didn't know your lines. And so this was like, it was a new location, and so there were some new elements, but like the way that we shot this show, it was kind of like a tightly run thing for me, at least, because I had to do 8 episodes plus a Q&A, 9 episodes a shoot day, and I had very little prep time, but I would like cram those words into my brain in some kind of like superhuman way that I don't think I'd be capable of doing anymore. And then like it had to keep moving. And so we would spend, roughly an hour per episode, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes it took more like an hour 15, kind of depending on the episode. And then we would do like 5 to 10 minutes of turnaround. And then we would do that. We would keep doing that. And then, 6 hours in, we would take lunch, and then we would come back from lunch, and then we would keep going, for the full like 12, it was a 12-hour day. And our 3 episodes, one of which was a Q&A, which was like kind of not a real episode, took all the way up until lunch. You were having a great time. Like you were like making stuff up and like laughing, and I was just like, oh my God, say your lines. Like just say your lines correctly. Just say the correct lines. And like it's funny because I watch these episodes and like I can't tell at all, but like I also remember that I was like, I'm gonna murder you. And then I remember that we went to lunch and you were like, this is so fun, like lunch. And I was like, I don't have time to talk to you. Because because I remember going over to talk to Max and Julia, who were in the other episodes that we shot this day, and was like, we are going to have to fly like we have never flown before. And they were like, we're on it. And I remember Max being like, what is going on? Like, why have we not like, and I'm just being like, just be ready. And then like you were like, this was so fun, like I had a great time, and like let's eat lunch. And I'm like, don't talk to me because I will murder you. And
I did not know that.
You hung out after you had wrapped, because you were just like hanging out, and because there were always a few like writers and people who were in another room. And I just remember like going to like quickly change and you being like, oh hey, and I'm like, why are you still here? I am going to kill you.
I did not know any of this.
Only because like we still had to make the day, and it was so much of that was on me because like I'm the one who had all the dialogue.
I will say that it does not sound like me to not know my lines. I will say that, and so it also doesn't sound like me to be like, oh, this was fun if I didn't know my lines and I knew I didn't know my lines, because me not knowing my lines always makes me panic.
We also like the demands of this show meant that you had to get it in one take. You had to get all of it in one take, which is not how like anything else works. And so we would need to film like whole 3, 4, 5-minute scenes in one take, which is really more like doing a play, but without any rehearsal. So, or, with extremely minimal rehearsal. We had like a blocking rehearsal, and then we're like, okay, now perform it for the audience. It's not like doing Alaska Daily with Hilary Swank on ABC after Grey's Anatomy.
Listen, I don't say that to refute what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out why.
Oh no, I'm 100% certain in my memory.
No, yeah. I'm sure you're right.
Because I did also like later tell you that I was mad at you about that day, and you were like, "Oh, I'm sorry," like because also like I was taking things very seriously, maybe too seriously. But
was it for the? Because you were saying, was this for the Q&A, or was this for the episode?
I don't know. I just know what I remember is like it took us all morning. It took us. I mean, usually I think our call times would be like 8 or 9 in the morning, not crazy early. So then like I would have shown up already hair and makeup done, because that's what I did. And like,
Yeah,
so there'd be a little bit of conversation at the beginning about like what I should wear in the episode. You would have brought some clothes and we would have gone like, oh, put that on. I don't think that we would have even put you in the makeup chair. I don't think we did any men's grooming.
I don't think we did makeup for me. No, I will say this. That sounds like me being a free actor, which I've always wanted to be. And I gotta tell you, I want to go back there. Whoever that Craig is, I want to be. Listen, I know I pissed you off, and I'm sorry, but it's like the idea of just not being
Don't do
so
it to Hillary.
being like
She knows how to
certain about.
box.
She does know how to box. She knows how to box, and I don't. I do not know how to fight.
I feel like
She
that's not true. I feel like
that's
I feel like you've done like boxing gym stuff.
I did Krav Maga, but I don't fight people. I don't fight people. I think that's. I actually. I will say this.
What if they attack you first because you didn't know
Uh,
your lines?
that's true. That's true. Then I did not have to protect myself. I did Krav Maga because I like the workout. I didn't do it because I wanted to fight people. But that all that being said, I apologize for making you upset by not knowing my lines.
You don't need to
But I
apologize
gotta tell
now.
you,
I'm just sharing the memories because that's what this show is about.
I'm
I'm
interested.
laughing. I'm laughing now at how mad I was because I was just like.
I want. I wonder if
And
that'll.
also, I will say that Max and Julia and I then filmed 6 episodes in 5.5 hours, which was not something we had done before. I think I probably did say to them, like, you all better know your freaking lines, like, because we're going to have to fly. Like, so they had time to sit with their scripts a little bit longer.
Oh, that's funny. That's really that's
Don't
funny.
worry about it, Craig.
No,
I'm
I'm
laughing
not.
about it
Listen,
now.
listen. I'll be quite honest with you. A lot of this is like really really embarrassing for me, and then a lot of this is like, dude, where is that person? Because if I was like having, because especially if I didn't know my lines, or like if I feel like I'm having a bad day, it's never like this was fun. It's just me being like, oh, God, I just not be here right now. I don't want to talk to anybody. Everybody leave me alone. And then people will be like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine. And I'm like, no, it's not.
I think we were just very much on different wavelengths. And also, like, nobody was kind of like, I think also some of my frustration was probably with like everybody else in the room. Like, the leadership was not emphasizing that, like, we are out of time. This is taking much.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
not going to make our day, and we don't have like the budget to not make our day. So like, what are we going to do? There were times where like we pretty much did like a clean take, and I was sitting there being like, okay, we're almost through this. Like, we're going to make it to the end, and then you would just like throw out like a weird improv that like just like didn't
That
work.
sounds like me.
And I was like,
Especially the
oh
didn't work
my
part.
God.
Especially the didn't work part. That sounds like me. I threw out an improv that didn't work. Oh my God.
Well, and also to be fair, like I probably would not have been as free to like play back because I was so like, oh my God, we just need to get this. What's taking so long? But like, I don't think anybody, like other than apparently my like seething rage that I managed to hide. I don't think anybody was saying we really need to get this. And also, a leadership move might have been to say we're gonna do an episode that people are ready to do, and like Craig's gonna go like study the script for the next 2 hours, and then we'll bring him back and shoot him out.
That would have been. They would have called me out.
Because like it's not something you can do on most sets, right? But like we have one camera set up. Like we could have changed the order. At any rate,
Yeah.
it all worked out. And let's take a look at this episode that you had
I'm
so much fun.
I'm so interested in this episode now. Now I'm like really really interested to see what
I mean,
happens.
this was
Here we
also
go.
true on the last one. I just decided to share this memory now. But we would have done them in order. So like my frustration was mounting. And oh gosh, look at this adorable Katie Most creation.
Katie Most created that?
I mean, she did all our props, and she's like a real crafty person. And so, yes, she did the set decorating and most of the props, I guess I should say. There's a couple key props that she didn't do. What is this like chunky plastic necklace that I'm wearing? I, for some reason, thought that was cool. I don't know. It was 2012.
It is not bad at all. And
Thank
you're
you.
not allowed to make fun of your old
I can make fun of
self.
my wardrobe. I'm not making fun of my acting because that's the meaner part. Huh. Yeah.
I noticed
Because
this
that's how
mug seems like
fast.
it's in the same spot as it was the last time that I was there.
Well, that's just like set deck. Like that. Everything behind me is just trying to like make this an interesting set.
Oh
Oh,
my
the
god.
fun has
Oh,
arrived.
how embarrassing.
What?
Wait a second. What do you mean assistant? I'll have you know that I have a corner office in the city overlooking the bay. I can see 2 bridges.
Fun care package executive?
Booyah.
I didn't know those lines. What?
It's for you.
Not the first time. I even feel like I can see 2 bridges with something that like that's a really fun screen grab.
I know where the kitchen sink is.
Okay, listen. I don't need this right now. I could be having lunch with Darcy.
Is Darcy more fun than this?
Yes.
We don't believe you.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
right.
Darcy, lighten up.
But this is a fun look for
He
all of
doesn't
us.
watch these.
Oh, then I guess you all should know that I taught Darcy everything he knows about living life. Truth.
Well, what lessons do you think that
Well,
those
that's enough
were?
of that, I think. Now on to part 2.
I mean, it's kind of crazy that you 2 are
You
friends,
love food.
but it's cute.
All right, first up, I got her some.
But like, yeah, you're the extrovert friend, and he's the introvert friend. Oh yeah, and that's right. Everything you did like completely outdid me.
Okay, and then I got
That's-
some chocolate.
I'm just
because
gonna
she
sit here
loves
and
chocolate.
not say anything
Why?
about myself.
Some Chilean chocolate bars with cinnamon
But this
and
like we couldn't show the brand, so we're just holding up the back. Like so, like I was holding up Hershey's and you're holding up like something nicer, but we couldn't show anybody what that was. So it,
It's not about me. It's about her. Put 'em in the bottom.
What? My shirt.
I mean,
looks-
I guess
why am
Lizzie
I-
is annoyed with you too. So
Favorite cookies,
Yeah.
chocolate chip.
or
Nice. Did you bake those yourself?
Like I bake. Why do you have homemade chocolate chip cookies in your bag?
No.
Food, check. And the
that's a
final
good bit.
part,
That was a good bit.
It's so funny. I don't bake.
That is a big box of love. You know
I mean,
what
it's
all
honestly like some of that is just.
What's up with my shirt? My shirt's all like, what is going on? Like it's too big for me.
begins with
It is
the
too big for you, but it was your shirt, so
Which is
this is.
which is
Excuse me.
I know that your impression of him isn't the greatest.
It was a different time. There was a style for a while where like
He's a loyal
men were wearing shirts that were way too big.
He really looks out for the friends he cares
It's probably still a style for some people.
He'll do anything for him.
Yeah, like
I'm wearing a big chunky weird plastic
For
necklace.
example, last month he warned a friend about a
Oh, here we go. Here's the this is the tea that Fitz accidentally drops, thinking he's doing
unhealthy.
a wingman service, and in
who's
fact,
the friend?
Bingley. Really super cool dude. You should meet him.
I have actually.
yeah. So actually, I just got to use my like real anger at Craig
Did Darcy
here
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this is the simmering rage.
Something
Yeah.
about the girl.
See, that's what I did it for this moment for you.
Something like that.
Yeah, thank you, because I'm not a very good actor, and I would not have been able to
I,
fake it.
you know, I gotta help my.
I have to live things. I'm extremely method.
Dodge that bullet. I told
Oh.
you. He really cares for the people he loves.
And I'm just like, I'm gonna make a frog face at the camera.
Anyway, listen, I'm gonna leave you to your awesomeness. This fun care package executive is out. Cheer up. What's your sister's name again?
See, I don't remember her name.
Cheer up, Jane.
Yeah, well, and you somehow have not connected that like Bingley and my sister were the couple. And that is like all that you appear
That's it for me.
on the main show. Yeah.
That's it for me.
Well, and of course now we've set up like the next episode's a big deal. It's a big deal because I'm very angry, and a certain person you've been talking up is going to appear.
See, that's why it was all part of my method. It was just to make sure that you really had something to be angry about towards the end of that scene. I'm such a giving actor. I'm such a giving, friendly actor.
You
You know?
truly are a very giving actor, and you were a delight to work with. And then you were so fun because like you would come to all of our events and things. Like, you know, it's funny to me to think that, oh, I guess actually we only shot with you one day.
Yeah, I went to VidCon or one of those things and did a panel, and I was like, why am I here?
Yeah, you probably came to the last VidCon where we did like a reunion panel after the show had ended. Let's take a look at the comments because they're gonna they're gonna plots when they see what a big gaffe you made.
Are there ever any bad comments in this? Because I'd like to read those.
These are the top
Those
comments, and
motivate
YouTube
me.
doesn't let me like filter for like least liked comments. So not so much. Sometimes I disagree with them, but they're not usually like, this is bad. Ethme says, no, she's talking about Darcy's headcanon. And I'm sorry, they love that a lot because, 2 episodes from now, I'm going to tell Darcy, why don't you watch my videos? And they're very concerned with his experience watching this, but we're not right now because you're here. Lily's says, Darcy, okay, Fitz, tell Lizzie I care about my friends and love them. Fitz, no problem.
No
Fitz, for
problem.
some reason last month, he warned a friend about a girl he was seeing. Darcy, abort, abort. That one's kind of funny. Aw, Sweetie Pie 1019 says, aw, this is the cutest, biggest wingman fail of all time. He tried so hard and failed so epically.
I feel like that's the story of my life.
R. Adams asks, okay, I love Fitz, but how did he miss her instant facial expression of anger and tension? To be fair, I'm not facing you. I'm facing the camera. The audience can see it much more than Fitz, who's seeing me mostly in profile. Becca Lynn 90, poor Fitz. He was just trying to help give a better image of Darcy and doesn't even realize he made everything worse. Yes.
Fitz meant well.
Oh, that's interesting. Cynthia Rindy Lestari says, sorry for butchering that name, Darcy can really see who his true friends are from Lizzie's videos. Look at how Bing and Fitz still talk kindly behind him compared to Caroline. And she means, behind your back. And yeah, and Louise Glasgow says Fitz is an awesome wingman. I mean, it backfires, but he really is. Yeah, so they recognize that you tried. You tried.
Thank you. I tried.
But ultimately you failed because you said the lines written in the script.
There is no such thing as failure. Don't let them fool you. There's no such thing as failure. No one fails. You just stop doing whatever it is you're doing. But you don't fail. No one fails. Fitz didn't fail. Okay, I'm done. Sorry.
You brought a lot to the series. People enjoyed you. I enjoyed you. I'm so glad that this meant that you became a person that I knew. I mean, it feels like we might have, there was like so many overlapping little internet circles. But
yeah.
And I was the weird one, honestly, like, who was not a part of a previous internet circle. So I was just kind of getting like shuffled around and like, I was like, oh, everyone knows each other? Everyone knows each other. Hi, I'm here too.
That's so funny. But everybody was so sweet. Everybody was always really, really sweet. And, I was glad to be a part of this community, especially because it was like I did 2 episodes and I was out. Like I was in and out. And so the fact that
yet you'll always be remembered for it, as well as Alaska Daily.
Stop talking about Alaska Daily. We're here for the look back. We're looking back. And if you look back about a week ago, October 6th. I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No.
Look, you're funny.
We're looking back at the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. And I will say that I enjoyed meeting you. I enjoyed like working with you from the day that we did the audition. And then the fact that you even went out to lunch with me so that we could kind of meet before we shot. That was all helpful.
And also, like, you brought me to the mixology set. You let me come like visit as a friend. I got to hang out in Video Village, and
That's crazy.
Yes,
I'm glad I did that. I didn't know that.
It was lovely. It was a cool day.
That's awesome. I forgot that I did that.
Thanks for doing this.
You're great. Thank you for having me. This has been a lot of fun. I'm glad that you reached out to me about this, and I'm glad that you're doing this because this is fun. This is fun to look back at some of the fun times we had, even though I did not know that I pissed you off that day.
I have magnanimously forgiven you.
I know, but still, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little embarrassed about it. That's not normal.
No one should be embarrassed about anything about the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. It's iconic and it's over.
Yeah, well, it's not over because we're looking back at it, so it lives on thanks to you and all your hard
Thanks
work.
to the people at home watching, because honestly,
and them too, and the people at home watching it.
It's amazing that anybody still cares.
Well, thank you again, and everybody out there. I don't know what that means.
This is applause in sign language.
Yeah. Is it?
Yes.
Then applause to you guys. See, I just happened to do it, and I just knew.